So saying that I'm a medical intuitive really actually only encompasses one of many of my gifts. But in general, I'm able to jump into people's body, mind, and soul and look at what's physically or mentally going on with them. I can see their experiences and emotions throughout their lives, as well as anything that they've inherited from their family. And then I am able to tell them what their soul's purpose is, what they need to do to be healthier and more happy throughout their life. I can see illness and injuries and what caused them. So basically, I help people understand who they are and how to heal anything that's holding them back in life. I'm also a birthmark expert, so I can tell you what your birthmarks mean. I can also tell you what your features of your body say about you and your purpose and journey here on this earth.
Wow, that's a lot. So that there is a medical intuitive who's pointing out all of her skills and her talents on TikTok to make sure that you visit her, because she will visit your mind, your body, and your soul to make sure that she's gonna find all the illnesses, the sicknesses, the negative thoughts. What else was there? Birthmark expert. She's gonna tell you what your birthmarks mean and how you can find your place within the world. I'm amazed that this woman hasn't been on the forefront of changing people's lives for decades. Apparently it took TikTok to make that happen, but she's not the only one, you guys. So don't jump just on her. These medical intuitives who jump into your mind, body, and soul don't just do that. They also provide frequencies to free yourself of parasites and worms, as this one. I'm not sure if the goofy face is part of the therapy, but it's definitely, I appreciated it for sure. So a little bit more, because as I pointed, these are just two of these medical intuitives that are all over TikTok. So one video has thousands of views with other medical intuitives on the app that are duetting it, making a certain hand movements and providing other advice about how to amplify the effects of that last video, which was the frequency, and succeed in killing some more parasites. TikTok videos have under related hashtags such as medical medium, medical intuitive, and spiritual healing have a combined viewership of nearly 250 million. And there's countless TikTokers marketing themselves and their content around the medical intuitive label. So they're not just on TikTok, they're also in regular everyday life. This isn't a new thing, because the most high profile medical medium practitioner, his name is Anthony Williams, and he's a self-proclaimed medium who offers medical advice due to their purported ability to communicate with the spirit of compassion. Williams has written several books and frequently appears on TV and websites such as the Gwyneth Paltrow-owned Goop, which I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. What else is on Goop though? I don't even know. And lastly, there's other doctors who are pushing back on this. There's actually a TikTok debunker who pushed back on all these folks. And he said, I'll give you $1,000 if you can jump into my mind, body, and soul and let me know what's wrong with me. No one's taken him up on those offers yet. But also doctors like Timothy Caulfield, who's a law and health expert at the University of Alberta. He said that the idea of a medical medium is 100% science-free nonsense, in case you had to hear it from him. It is based on the supernatural idea that people can read what is in the best health strategy for a person. It's particularly offensive when this pseudoscience is coupled with the apparent marketing of products like supplements that lack good clinical evidence. It reminds me a little bit of Alex Jones, honestly, with his the stuff he sells on his store. What are your thoughts, Wes?
Obviously, this all seems kind of silly, but is it any less or more legitimate than people who pray to crystals? And they had the Jesus Museum out in Kansas where Jesus is riding a dinosaur. Or I remember being in a Catholic church and the priest coming over and spritzing me with some water, and it was holy and it was gonna heal me and save me. I don't see how this is any more or less credible than a lot of the rituals that we participate in. So I'm not gonna sit on my moral or intellectual high horse and laugh. Ha, psych, yes I will, this is stupid.
I was gonna say, you kidding me?
I mean, if you really giving these folks money to do this, you're an idiot. And you deserve to not have your money anymore. That's just my own opinion here.
You know what, and I was trying not to be a complete a-hole on this too. As I was going through this, I was like, there's so many negative things I could say about these folks and how could you buy this? And I still believe that. But the difference is maybe sometimes, I'm really trying here, I'm trying, Wes. Maybe sometimes people do need the placebo effect. Maybe you do need to take a sugar pill. And then your mind changes and you go, you know what?
Such a charitable guy you are, Jayar. You are so charitable.
But maybe it just sometimes it'll cost you a few $1,000s for that placebo rather than just pouring some CNH in your mouth and saying that this is actually gonna heal me. So, but this is the thing, and this is where I guess where my beef comes in a little bit. People have been cornered into these abilities, and it's just easy to do it online because how much work is that? Because we're living in a society where everyone's cutthroat, resources are being taken away, opportunities aren't really there. So people come with new and inventive ways to grift and to hawk. I mean, look, yesterday we did, what's her name? Don Jr.'s wife was cooking steaks and talking about this steak company and she's selling steaks now. I was like, why do you need to sell steaks? She's got money. They just can't help themselves. So similarly, this woman, I'm not sure what kind of bank she's making, but she's just trying to make a living. Now, I'm okay with people calling her out and saying, hey, please prove it to me. You're ripping people off. I don't know how this falls under any kind of Better Business type of bureau type of things. But if people want to spend their money, I'm a big proponent of this. If people want to spend their money on nonsense, I'm not their banker. I can't tell them what or what not to do, but I can tell them that this is ridiculous. Maybe I'm being a bad guy.
Yeah, the great philosopher Tupac Shakur once said it's hard to be legit and still pay your rent. I mean, he's right. Obviously, you gotta come up with a grift or a hustle to pay your rent these days, guys.
I think it's working. I would love to see a follow up because again, there was a debunker that said, please show me how you can prove this. And maybe she will. And maybe it's for real. I don't want to be completely closed minded. Just count me as 99%.